Hey family, if you've ever suspected or even discovered that the narcissist in your life has been cheating, you may still be wrestling with one big question, and that is, why did they hide it? Why go through so much effort to lie, to gaslight, to cover up and pretend to be faithful when you're not? Today we are unpacking this heartbreaking behavior, and whether you've already broken free or you're still trying to find the courage to leave, I want you to know you're not crazy and you're not alone. Let's walk through this together with empathy, with truth, as well as healing. My name is Iyaboyale, and by the grace of the Almighty, I'm a narcissistic abuse survivor. And on this channel, I share biblical wisdom for dealing with the scourge, the pain, as well as the mess of narcissistic abuse. And if you're serious about healing from narcissistic abuse, you're going to hit the subscribe button right away in order for you to become a member of this strong and supportive community where we hold hands virtually in our fight against narcissistic abuse. Thank you if you just did that. And so let me talk about the psychological mask of the narcissist. At the core, narcissists are deeply invested in controlling the way people see them. Their entire identity is a performance, an illusion, and cheating doesn't fit the quote and unquote perfect image they work so hard to uphold. So they hide it because it doesn't fit into that perfection that they want people to see in them, and they lie. They do not only hide it, they lie. They also gaslight. They even project, accusing you of cheating to distract from their own betrayal. Does that sound like something you've experienced, whereby the narcissist accuses you of cheating when in fact you are not doing that? So why do they do that? Because exposure threatens their fragile ego. To be seen as a cheater would mean facing shame. It would mean facing accountability. It would mean facing consequences. And narcissists don't do well with any of that. And so if you've been wondering why they hide their cheating, that is a reason. Now, they hide their cheating not because they love you. Don't get it twisted. But because they love how you see them. So don't get it twisted that they love you. It is what they love actually is how you see them. And so they hide it because of how you see them. They want you to see them as perfect. You see them as loyal. You see them as devoted. You see them as charming. And they want to keep it that way for as long as it benefits them. And so they hide their cheating. Now, let me quickly talk about my free ebook, which is available for immediate download on our website. And if you can quickly send the word hacks in the comments, we will get you a copy of that ebook. Just send HACKS to get the ebook titled Reclaiming You, 11 Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Hacks to Reclaim Your Life and Your Power. If your life is slipping out of your hands, this is the book you need. And so send hacks in the comments. So what is the spiritual truth behind the cheating of a narcissist that he hides? Nothing hidden stays hidden. That is it. Spiritually, nothing hidden stays hidden. Now let's talk about this spiritually. Luke 8:17 says, for there's nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. Now, God sees what happens in the dark. He is God, and he knows the beginning from the end. He knows the end from the beginning. And in his time, the truth always comes to light. Narcissists hide their cheating because they fear exposure, but not in a wholly repentant way. It is not about conviction. It's about control. It's about power for them. They don't want to be seen as wrong. No. They want to continue manipulating you emotionally, spiritually, as well as sexually, without accountability. So they want to keep manipulating with you without accountability. But God, he brings justice. God, he exposes lies, and he rescues the oppressed. And God is definitely rescuing you no matter how hard it is as you watch this video. And if you're still entangled with the narcissist, I want you to hear this clearly. You do not deserve betrayal. Yes, you're not crazy, quote and unquote crazy, for noticing the red flags. And you're not weak for struggling to leave. You are a strong person, and I salute your courage. I salute your strength. I salute your resilience. I'm talking about leaving. I finally left the narcissist close to 3 years ago, and I shared 51 lifestyle changes I made in order to quit in a paid workbook titled 51 Lifestyle Changes to Escape Narcissistic Abuse and Thrive. It's the kind of resource I wish I had when I was sick in my narcissistic abuse, but I never had it, and so I decided to create it. And it is predicated upon the fact that hope, when you are in a narcissistic abuse setup, hope doesn't lie in the situation itself changing. Real hope lies in you allowing the situation to change you, in us allowing the situation to change us. And so I compiled the 51 plus one lifestyle changes that I've had to make in order to escape narcissistic abuse and thrive. And you can get a copy. It's filled with reflection prompts, with journaling prompts, affirmations, prayers for every lifestyle change. You're going to find it helpful. I'll drop the link in the description. Now, cheating as a tool of power and supply to the narcissist. Let's quickly talk about cheating as a tool of power and supply to the narcissist. Now, narcissistic cheating isn't about physical pleasure. Nope. Don't get it twisted. It's about power. It's about control. To them, having multiple people desiring them is fuel for their fragile ego. And so they use secrecy as a weapon, keeping you confused, keeping you unstable and dependent. It's a twisted way of feeling superior. Sorry, not inferior, superior. They know the pain it would cause if you found out. And they hide it because they want to keep controlling the narrative. They want to keep controlling the story that is unfolding. And here's the harsh truth. They may already have a backup source of quote and unquote supply lined up before the relationship with you even ends. And it's usually the case more often than not. But hear me on this. That's not your fault. It's not because you weren't enough. For those of you who are already internalizing it, it's not about you at all. It's about the narcissist. And it's not because nothing and no one ever will be enough to fill the black hole inside a narcissist. Nobody can fill the black hole inside a narcissist. I can tell you this from experience. And quickly, let me tell you about Yaboyale Live for this week. And it's going to happen on Saturday, 12 noon prompt. 12 noon WAT right on this channel, and we're going to talk about the number one abuse tactic of a Christian narcissist. I tell you, if you've ever been silenced by a Christian narcissist, you want to be in this class. It's going to be full of healing. It's going to be full of power. It's going to be full of revelations that will blow your mind. And so don't miss this week's edition of hashtag Iyaboyawale Live. It's going to go down 12 p.m. WAT on Saturday, May 31st, 2025. See you in the live audience. Now, for those of you who've left, this is a message of validation. To the brave souls who've walked away, yes, you're brave, you're courageous. I honor your strength. I know how hard it was for you to peel back the layers of deception and say enough is enough. You may still be healing from the betrayal, and you may still hear the echo of their lies in your mind, but I want to speak this over you. You are free. Yes. And the Bible says, if the Son shall set you free, you will be free indeed. And you are not bitter. You are recovering. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. And the next chapter of your life is definitely unfolding. And yes, the betrayal was real, but so is your healing, because your healing is also going on. And God is close to the brokenhearted. He restores what the enemy tried to steal. God is a restorer. Our God is a restorer, and he restores double, triple, how many times he likes, and he's rewriting your story, not with shame, but with purpose. I tell you, your purpose is about to unfold right before your very own eyes. If you are still trying to leave, I know how it feels like to be trapped in a maze of manipulation. Maybe the cheating hasn't been proven, quote and unquote, but your spirit feels the fracture. And trust your discernment, trust the Holy Spirit, and trust that you are not imagining things. God is not a God of confusion. And if your peace is constantly being stolen, that is a sign that something actually happened. And I want you to be sure And know this, that you're worthy of honesty. You're worthy of love that doesn't hide, love that doesn't lie, love that doesn't betray. You're worthy. You deserve better. Yes, and God wants the very best for you. And on Yaboyale YouTube channel, we also want the best for you in this community. And when you're ready to go, that is, if you're still there, you won't go alone. God will lead you step by step, strengthening you with every move you make toward freedom. God is there. You are not alone, and I want you to be sure of that. And closing words of hope. My closing words of hope is that narcissists hide their cheating because they are empty inside. They hide their cheating because they fear being exposed more than they fear hurting you. But remember this, God is light, and no darkness can hide from him. No darkness can hide from our God. And so whether you are out or still on the journey, I want you to know that your healing matters and your story isn't over. And your heart, bruised but not broken, will beat with joy again. Yes, your heart is going to experience love, real love again, will beat with bliss again. And if this video spoke to your heart, I'd like for you to share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what struck you the most in the video, as well as let's support each other. Let's walk in truth and let's keep choosing freedom one day at a time. I tell you, one day it will all make sense. It may not make sense today, but one day it will all make sense. And so if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go ahead and like this video as well. Also share this video with someone who needs it. Be the reason why someone escapes the trap of narcissistic cheating. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot that you took out time to watch it. I'll see you in my next.